Alright, gamers. So, last night, I was doing a bit of the scrolling on YouTube, and I came across a video by the channel called The Jello Show, I believe. Um, and in that video, it was talking about a article produced by GameSpace.com. Um, and it's talking about Zenless Zone Zero's newest beta test. Now, recently, as of I think like 2 weeks ago, I put out a video on the issues of the last beta test that happened back in early or late November, early December. Sorry, I had to take a drink of water. And in that video, I talked about a bunch of different issues that Hoyo needs to fix so that Zenless Zone Zero isn't a flop. Now, I checked out this article after watching the video, and this seems legit, and it's further backed up by the fact that, one, you can get ready for the newest amplification test on the Zenless Zone Zero site, which I'm going to be doing later. I forgot to do it this morning. And not only that, but I got an email about this amplification test. So we're going to look at this article real quick, see if it tries to fix any of the issues that I talked about in my video. And yeah, I'm doing this live right now, live on my YouTube channel. I stream pretty consistently, and if you ever want to come chat with me, I mean, just try to pop into one of those. My streams are very inconsistent, so if you see me live, cool. If you don't, cool. Yeah, article schmarticle. Thank you, Ryan. Alright, let's get into this article, shall we? So, Zenless Zone Zero amplification test registrations are open for entry into new Eridu. This article should hopefully discuss what issues are fixed. So let's get into it. Hold on to your bamboo. Hoyoverse just opened signups for the new Zenless Zone Zero amplification test, detailed over on the official website and social posts earlier this morning. The studio behind gargantuan hits, Genshin Impact, and turn-based adventure Honkai Star Rail confirmed that players looking to go hands-on with the latest title can expect a new round of closed beta tests, a whole host of updates, and plenty of changes in new Eridu. Registrations are already open for the Urban Fantasy ARPG, and anybody looking to play at being a proxy can head over to the official website to put their name down. Players will be able to pick up challenge of this brand new IP and play across PC, iOS, Android. Although a PlayStation 5 version will arrive on launch, Team Blue will have to wait to sample the dangers that await this new world. The latest look at Zenless Zone Zero will bring a whole host of changes compared to previous outings. While wildly enthusiastic during our Gamescom 2023 hands-on, the new slice of action will include a new character, new factions, combat changes, modified exploration systems, and more. So, these first two paragraphs are exciting to say the least. We have some of the things I talked about in my video, the combat changes, which, Jesus Christ, Ryan. The combat changes are very big. One of the big issues that I actually talked about twice in that video was the combat is rather shit. And for a game that relies solely on combat, it's something they needed to fix, to just be straight up honest with you. And then this modified exploration system, I am hoping and praying this means that they fix the TV system, because it was so bad in the last closed beta test. It was all, and very rarely did I hear positive things about the closed beta test. There were many positive things about the closed beta test, don't get me wrong, but whenever I heard anyone talking about Zenless Zone Zero, it was about the TV system and how shit it was. So yeah, let's see exactly what the improvements are down in the article. His words, not mine. Ryan, you can fuck off. All right, let's see. What do we got here? One of the most diverse parts of the 2023's test was the TV wall. Okay, we're getting into it. However, has promised that players should find the whole board much improved this time around. Thanks to a significant update of the HDD system, exploration should be far more efficient. We know that players will be able to leap straight into combat, known as Shiyu Defense, along with a series of combat missions without too many prerequisite steps. The intel to unlocking challenging boss battles with minimal steps. What else this might include is largely unknown right now. Okay, so we got a little bit about the TV system. Honestly, we will have to see. I am still a little worried about what this could entail, considering that this is alluding to the fact that the TV system is not removed. And in my video, I talked about maybe not removing it entirely, as I do think it's a cool system. Um, but that being said, it was a chore in the story. It was not a very engaging and interesting way to convey certain aspects of the story to the player. But I think it has a place in the end game roguelike game mode that is in the game. So we'll see what optimizations they make, as it looks like they're taking a more heavy focus on sending players straight into the combat, which that I am excited about. Yeah, no, this has promise. I'm still wary because they've messed this up before, so we'll have to see with the next closed beta test. Let's go on to the next section, because I see the word combat and I'm interested. Combat has also been tweaked to feel more dynamic, allowing a more intense experience for all levels of players. Bang boos are also far deadlier now too. These unusual companions will feature a newly deployed combat technique, Bang Boo Chain Attacks. The explosive backdrop of New Era will also play host to a brand new character, Zhu Jian, and a new faction, New Era Public Security's Criminal Investigation Special Response Team. Blah, that's a fucking mouthful. Okay, combat has been tweaked to feel more dynamic. This is interesting. I don't know how to feel about this. The fact... Okay, let's see. It allows for a more intense experience for all levels of players. Hopefully, I mean, they probably didn't see my video, but I did talk about the necessity of making... They're being vague as fuck. I'm not surprised. Yeah, no, there is value in making two different styles, or multiple different styles of combat. One that's more hardcore for the players that want to die, and the ones that are more laid back for a more casual experience. So I'm hoping that these tweaks that they're talking about means that there's a selectable combat difficulty for your account, where you can decide if you want a harder but more flowy combat state, or a more laid back, slam your face into the keyboard and win the boss fight sort of combat. And then they also talked about the bang boos being far deadlier. I'm not sure about that one. We'll have to see. Bang boos are, best I can say, in the last closed beta test, they were kind of just there. And while I think they could be an interesting system, in the combat, we'll have to see how they do a chain attack with the bang boos. Again, this is something we'll have to wait for the closed beta test to see how they've implemented them in combat. Um, let's see. They gotta add a harder mode, or I probably just won't play it, to be honest. I like being slapped across the face repeatedly until I eventually win. That's what I'm saying, bro. Um, but yeah, no, I don't know how I feel about the Bang Boos being far deadlier. I don't like free damage. And hopefully they didn't over tweak the Bang Boos to the point where it's a necessity to pull a high tier Bang Boo so that you just can sit back and let it solo the fight. Um, there needs to be some form of system in place so that it's not just an AFK simulator and just dodge the boss while your Bang Boo does all the damage. Because I could see that becoming an issue. But again, we'll have to see. Yeah, no, we'll see. Um, if you're busy preparing for the Honkai Star Rail version 2.1 update, or to fuck off with Creative Cloud, or off to check out the Genshin Impact Nature Trail, there's still plenty of time. Fuck off, Creative Cloud. There's still plenty of time to check out Zenless Zone Zero. This round of testing doesn't appear to have a set date quite yet, and a full release is expected to arrive later 2024. Okay. I'm actually going to read the next few paragraphs because I think these are the last few, and then I will summarize my thoughts. Zenless Zone Zero is a very different proposition to either of Hoyo's smash hits, set in an urban landscape that's a little bit more modern of a landscape than Mondstadt. New Erdo stands as a thriving hub of humanity against the backdrop of cataclysm. With tears in reality causing a near collapse in civilization, this holdout of humanity uses especially skilled individuals to reverse these occurrences and keep the city running smoothly. What sounds like a simple fetch and carry job is riddled with ferocious enemies, massive boss fights, and an action combat system that blew us away in previous encounters. The best way to experience this Zenless Zone Zero amplification test is to head over to the official site and put your name down. I'm actually going to see if I can open that real quick. Okay, so thoughts. This is promising. They might be able to dissuade a lot of the negativity that came out in last beta test. They are going to have to work very hard to get back in the good graces of the community, as last beta test was a flop. It just was a massive flop. We shall see. There's a lot of promising things here. They talked about fixing the TV system. They talked about optimizing combat, which again I've talked about. I hope it's harder. I really do hope that they have made it two different styles of combat that you can choose between, a very difficult and a more casual. Honestly, we'll see. I'm trying to think back to, is there any other of the main, like, they didn't talk about Wise's design, which you can see right here, this dude, which he's still looks bland as fuck to me, but I don't think that's gonna be a major issue. We'll see if they fix how the story is told, try to make the world feel a bit more alive, which was another issue I brought up. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll get a date for this amplification test soon. Hopefully I get into it so I can give you guys a much more accurate reporting on the state of Zenless Zone Zero, because I can see myself making a third video in this series of where the fuck is Zenless Zone Zero now. And if they do fix a lot of it, Zenless Zone Zero is probably going to become a staple on the channel. It's all if it can really catch my attention. But yeah, that is the article. Again, a huge shout out to the channel The Jello Show. Because mad props to him. He did it first. Go watch his video, as he really deserves the recognition here. I'm just kind of capitalizing on it because it literally talked about almost every single point that I made in my last video. Um, I really hope you all enjoyed this video. As yeah, this is a different style for me. This was not scripted at all. This was just basically reacting to an article. Um, and again, I'm doing this live on stream. So if you ever want to check out a stream, I will try to be better about making a community post about whenever I stream. I didn't do one today because I'm a lazy bastard, but yeah, that's it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I guess I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.